The year was 54 AD. The place, Rome, the heart of an empire. A grand banquet was underway in the imperial palace. The emperor, Claudius, ruler of Rome, was in attendance. Little did he know, this feast would be his last. This dinner party would be etched in history. It wasn't war or invasion that felled the emperor, but something far more insidious. Poison, administered with chilling calculation, ended Claudius's reign and altered the course of Roman history. This wasn't just a power grab. It was a masterclass in manipulation and treachery, orchestrated by one of history's most ambitious women, Agrippina, Claudius's wife and niece. She craved power, and her weapon of choice was a simple, deadly plant poison, hemlock. The atmosphere crackled with tension. Claudius, though emperor, was a man easily swayed. Agrippina, ambitious and ruthless, knew this well. Her son, the young Nero, watched from the sidelines, his eyes reflecting the flickering candlelight and the ambition burning within him. He was next in line for the throne, but only if his stepfather, Claudius, met an untimely end. Agrippina had carefully cultivated an image of devoted wife and mother. Behind this facade was a woman driven by an insatiable thirst for power. She had manipulated her way into Claudius's heart, and now she was about to manipulate her way into the annals of history. The stage was set for tragedy. The players were in position. All that remained was for the deadly drama to unfold. Hemlock, a seemingly innocuous plant with delicate white flowers, held the power to kill swiftly and silently. It was the weapon of choice for those who sought to remove rivals or unwanted spouses from the grand stage of Roman politics. A few drops of its potent extract, and a life could be extinguished. The poison worked its way through the body with terrifying efficiency. First, a tingling numbness, then a creeping paralysis. Finally, it would attack the lungs, causing a slow and agonizing death. It was a cruel end, even for the most hardened Roman. This unassuming plant, growing wild on the outskirts of Rome, held the fate of an empire in its delicate stems. The banquet progressed, a symphony of music, laughter, and political maneuvering. Slaves moved amongst the guests, offering platters laden with delicacies. Claudius, known for his voracious appetite, indulged freely. But one dish, a plate of his favorite mushrooms, held a sinister secret. Agrippina, maintaining her facade of attentiveness, watched as Claudius consumed the poisoned mushrooms. Her heart pounded with a mixture of fear and anticipation. One wrong move, one flicker of doubt on her face, and her entire plan could crumble. The deed was done. The poison was in the emperor's belly. Now they could only wait. As the poison took hold, Claudius showed the first signs of distress. His face paled and a sheen of sweat broke out on his brow. His breathing grew laboured. The room, so recently alive with merriment, grew silent, panic masked as concern spread through the room. Agrippina, ever the picture of wifely devotion, rushed to her husband's side. But in her eyes, a flicker of triumph betrayed her true emotions. The emperor was dying, just as she planned. Nero, his face carefully schooled into an expression of concern, watched his stepfather's demise. He was about to ascend to a throne, his path paved by poison and his mother's ambition. Section 6. The Science of Death. Hemlock's deadly secret lay in connine, a potent neurotoxin. Connine wreaked havoc on the nervous system, disrupting the delicate communication between nerves and muscles. It was a swift and silent killer, leaving no outward trace on its victims. As Claudius consumed the poisoned mushrooms, the connine entered his bloodstream. It raced through his body, shutting down his nervous system piece by piece. His muscles, no longer receiving signals from his brain, began to fail. His diaphragm, responsible for drawing air into his lungs, seized. Claudius suffocated from the inside out, his body betraying him under the influence of the potent hemlock toxin. Section 7. Nero's bloody reign. With Claudius gone, Agrippina wasted no time in securing her son's position. Nero, at just 17 years old, became emperor of Rome. His reign, however, would be far from glorious. Instead of ushering in a new golden age, Nero's rule was marked by paranoia, cruelty, and debauchery. Agrippina's triumph was short-lived. Nero, resentful of his mother's control, eventually turned on her, ordering her death in a gruesome display of filial piety. He then embarked on a reign of terror, eliminating rivals and indulging in extravagant excesses. The seeds of Rome's decline, some argued, were sown in that fateful dinner party, where poison and ambition converged with devastating consequences. Section 8. The Physician's Betrayal. The story takes a final, chilling twist. While poison hemlock was the primary weapon in Claudius's assassination, recent historical discoveries suggest a more sinister collaboration. Claudius's own physician, Xenophon, played a crucial role in the emperor's demise. As Claudius lay convulsing, Xenophon administered what appeared to be a remedy, a feather dipped in poison, supposedly to induce vomiting. However, historians now believe the feather was laced with a different poison, one designed to hasten Claudius's death and ensure the hemlock finished its deadly work. The physician, bound by an oath to heal, became an instrument of death. This revelation casts a dark shadow over the already murky events of that night, highlighting the depths of betrayal and the lengths to which power-hungry individuals would go. Section 9. A Dinner with Destiny. The assassination of Claudius at that fateful dinner party serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of power and the far-reaching consequences of ambition. It was a night where poison, politics, and betrayal intertwined to reshape the destiny of an empire. The events of that night continue to fascinate and horrify us, reminding us that history is not merely a collection of dates and names, but a tapestry woven from the threads of human ambition, treachery, and the relentless pursuit of power, no matter the cost. The deadliest dinner party in history left a bitter aftertaste, a chilling reminder of the human capacity for both good and evil.